Hello Aquarius, welcome to your November reading. Sorry, I have to adjust some wires here. So these will be your November messages and general guidance. We'll go through some oracle cards too. Have a look at what you're dealing with for the month. I'm going to get your oracle cards too. What I'm seeing is there's a love situation that plagues your mind this month, Aquarius. Ah, how about that? You've got Aquarius. Isn't that cute? So it does seem like your own energy is prominent for you this month because Aquarius is a very detached and non-emotional kind of sign. So I do feel like in the situation you're in, probably rational thinking is going to be more prominent rather than your feelings, because it does seem like you have a hard time getting your heart and your mind in order, and it does seem like probably your mind is kind of taking over the whole situation in a very Aquarian kind of detached way here. You do have a time for healing, balsamic moon. So probably for you, Aquarius, at this time is not a very good idea to make a decision, because this is a time of the lunar phase where things are kind of like, how do I put it? Like in a winter mode where nothing can grow and nothing, can move forward with, with the same vigor as a waxing moon, let's say. So probably not a good idea for you to make any kind of decisions right now. And I do see you here being very indecisive about something. So I would wait out this month, because it's probably not a good idea to move forward with something, but we'll see. You also have the trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So again, there's a sense of timing here. It does sort of feel like you need to do something like right now, but over here is telling you that you need to slow down a little bit. Okay. There's a time when the tide is full, when the tide is retreating here. So something about wave, okay, trusting the waves of, ebb and flow and things like that, because you do have a two of coins here, and that to me The Two of Coins is that ebb and flow of life, of ups and downs, a time to take action, a time to retreat and think about things. So you must be, somewhere in between those phases right now. But this month is probably not a good month for a whole lot of action, okay? In fact, it's not a very good month for action for a lot of the signs. The month of November is a little bit challenging, astrologically speaking. So, yeah, you do have Aquarius here, which is your energy, is kind of interesting. So, during your introspective time, you're probably going to try to make very rational decision about your situation, seeing things from a very large perspective and how it impacts other people and, how you can, best move forward with something that is good for everybody. Because the Aquarius energy does have a tendency to think about like the larger picture, but it's almost a little bit too detached from the emotional side. Okay, so that's that. So you just start off the reading with this King of Cups. Certainly you have a lot of love for someone here, or somebody has a lot of love for you. Could be a water sign for some of you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I don't know, maybe someone you've had a falling out with, because you do have the Lovers in reverse here. Could also be issues with trust, or maybe you're dealing with someone that has multiple options here, two options, or you're the one that has to make those choices. You have twos here, two twos in fact. So it does seem like you're somewhat in between places, like, what should I do here? And I feel like you're trying to make a very practical, rational decision about this situation. Could be that for many of you, you are clinging to a relationship here because the Tower is your challenge for the month. So it could be that you're not allowing that tower to fall, to let things crumble in a situation. I am getting the impression with this Two of Coins being here, at the core of the problem, there's not much stability in this situation to begin with, okay? You're probably dealing with someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with, or you're going through various cyclical phases where things seem okay for a short while, but then, it's like when one thing is up, something else is down, or, you're just going through these weird ups and downs with this person or this relationship or whatever else you've got going on in your life. There's a lot of instability here. Some of you, that instability has to do with your finances, okay? This Two of Coins is with the Five of Coins here, so you're going through a lot of ups and downs financially. Some of you could, lack finances, because literally the Five of Coins is lacking prosperity. Things aren't going well, it could be unemployment, could be, many other things. There is a sense here of your material stability not being defined, okay? There is things that you need to work on to get that stability. So some of you, this is going to be about a relationship, because there's two messages, or you could be dealing with both, because usually these things are tied together. Your relationships aren't going well. Other parts of your life are starting to fall apart too. So you could be dealing with both. Okay. Certainly someone has a lot of love here, but maybe that's not reciprocated, or you've had a falling out with this person due to the instability of the connection. Somebody here is trying to make some kind of decision. Could be some kind of betrayal here, because the Lovers in reverse does talk about betrayal in love. Somebody that has more than one person. I don't know, something like that. It does seem like you may be walking away from something here. Some of you, you are choosing to leave a job behind. And that may be why you end up in this place of not having enough. You're like sort of in between jobs, or you're trying to find something better out there. Let me clarify a few things. You're trying to get over something here, Aquarius. Okay, Five of Cups in reverse is clarifying that Eight of Cups. Maybe somebody walked away from you, walked away from this relationship, or rejected the love you had to offer, or vice versa. Apply it to your situation. But you are trying to move on, Aquarius. I am seeing that very, very strongly. You're trying to move on, but at the same time, there's a part of you that kind of clings to something here. Okay? You're trying to get over something that didn't work out because it was too unstable. It didn't have a very solid foundation, or simply somebody got rejected, or whatever it might be. You're trying to move on from that. Trying to get out of the state of, loss and sadness and, all of that. So I do see you trying to get over this situation, but at the same time, I still see you clinging to something, fighting for something here. I don't know if it's the same thing where you're trying to fight for your independence here with the Fool and the Seven of Spears. But either way, it's like you are trying to detach yourself from this situation, emotionally especially. I see you being very emotionally detached, if I'm honest. Because you do start out the reading with this King of Cups. I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, but as I'm seeing the rest of the cards, I see you being quite detached emotionally. If you're breaking up with someone or somebody betrayed you in some way, you are trying to move on at least. Okay. Could be that somebody left you out in the cold here. Maybe you made that decision, or the person you're dealing with made that decision. So it's like, I feel like you're trying to concentrate on yourself here with this Empress card. You're trying to concentrate on building your financial abundance, because right now with this Five of Coins, you're not in a place where you have anything to offer to anyone. Okay, you're trying to build yourself up here, trying to get away from whatever situation's been having you emotionally sad. And what you need to do, you need to move into a new direction, Aquarius, is what I'm seeing here with this Fool card. Leave this connection behind. I still see you struggling to make that decision, possibly, but there is a battle going on here. Okay, maybe you are going to be fighting for your independence, okay, to move forward. But what you need to do is you need to start a new chapter here. The Fool is where you need to be headed. I do see you concentrating on yourself a lot. Okay, this Empress card does talk about watering your own garden, having your own successes, having growth and abundance within oneself, building up your confidence. So at least you're trying to head in the right direction, but I do see you kind of struggling a little bit, like, like with this Two of Coins. Maybe one day you're thinking, okay, yeah, it's good. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna move on. But then the next day it's like, but no, things were good. Maybe things could work out. Maybe if I try harder. So it's like, let me see what you're fighting for here. You're trying to be very, very strong. And possibly for some of you, you kind of close yourself off to something. You're becoming very, very defensive, trying to protect your heart. If there has been some kind of problem in love here for some of you. You're trying to be strong through all of this. You're trying to fight for yourself, to fight for your own growth and to nourish yourself here. Honestly, I feel like you're fighting for yourself and you're trying to put some better boundaries when it comes to dealing with other people. Okay, because the Seven of Spears does also talk about boundaries, and so does strength. You could be dealing with a Leo for some of you. But I feel like this is you, like trying to have boundaries from now on. Not allowing anything to interfere and bring down your high vibe here, because you're trying to raise your vibration, okay? Try to get out of this Five of Pentacles to get to an Empress status. It's quite a journey, by the way, to get from the Five of Coins to the Empress. But I feel like that's what you want to do. So you're willing to put up the good fight to get to that Empress status. Okay? I feel like a lot of it has to do with you detaching as much as possible. I'm not saying it's a good thing to be so emotionally detached, but in your case, it might be a good thing at this point because, you know, for not to let this to bring you down. And it does say here, trust the timing that things are going to go in your favor. In the meantime, just be strong, put your boundaries up, and start some kind of a new journey here that you need to be very, very strong for. And eventually you're going to get to a good place. But I do feel like you need to do some healing here and not to rush the process very much, because you do have all the time in the world to do things. And there is some healing that's needed here with that Five of Cups being in reverse. You're trying to get over things. Okay, my dear Aquarius, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.